when you're introducing an important person like the President of the United States of America, you said, ladies and gentlemen, the President. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than our own Member of Parliament, the Honorable Nickiesha Burchell, who will now address us.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you so much. First of all, let me apologize for my late arrival. I hope you don't take that as any signal of disrespect. But just before I got here, we laid to rest a Maroon in the name of Grime over in Flamstead. It was Grime's send-off, and we had to salute him as he went off. So I apologize. All protocols have already been laid, but it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge a few, including our Chief Grizzle. Thank you for standing in the gap and for taking the baton. I have to acknowledge you, Blood, our cultural ambassador, Ambassador Cameron. Thank you for being that repository of knowledge, culture, and information. Our Deputy Chief, I love to see that a young man from the community has taken up this awesome responsibility to represent our community. Thank you, Sir Senior. Our captains, I have to pick you up Nangoli, because Niango Pongo State, you always champion that on social media. He sends me speeches, you know. Sometimes he write the speech and send them, come give me, I say, go on, man. Go on and go do it. Pick up yourself. Pick up yourself. And this distinguished lady, just about 2 weeks ago, we were together in Kingston at the Heroes Park, where we were celebrating Capo. And you all know Capo, right? Yeah. We were celebrating Capo, and so, Mother, we were together the other day, and I'm happy to see her in my part of Jamaica. Thank you very much for being here with us today. And to the political representatives who are here, our former mayor, who has been a chief advocate for Maroon rights, Maroon legacy, thank you for being here with us, Sir Harris, Councillor Swaby, Councillor Martin, and to you, our distinguished guests. From all the other Maroon tribes and chiefs and communities who are represented here today, know that we are honored that you took the trek to come and spend the afternoon with us in beautiful, beautiful Kojo Town. Thank you. I find it instructive. No, before I go there, I came at a point when the team was performing and I got goose pimples. I still feel the goose pimples. It was so powerful, and my Maroon blood was just bubbling. The beat of the drum, the sound of the abeng, woke in me that pride to know that I am from very distinguished and powerful people like Kojo and the Great Maroons. I feel so proud. My only regret this afternoon is that we don't have all of the people from Maroon Town, Flagstaff, Brownstown, Zambia, from around coming out to feel this energy and to sap up some of it. Because it's only when they soak up this kind of energy that they will truly appreciate our legacy and know for a fact that they have something worth preserving and something worth fighting for. Kojo did not just go there and say, boy, me not like how things are going, and me go just sit down. Kojo had agency. Kojo didn't beg for freedom. Kodjo had the wits and the intelligence and the strategic guidance to go out there and negotiate with big British admirals and chiefs and leaders. What it took for someone who was told for so many years of their lives that they were nothing, to find it within himself to say, I want you to sit at this table with me and negotiate with me. I'm not begging you for a piece of our country, it's ours. But I want you to sign this paper with me and to, with this, acknowledge that you acknowledge that we have the rights to this place. And so I find that when I go to Parliament, I feel the blood of Kodjo. I don't feel like when I go to Parliament I must just sit down and accept anything. I was sent to Parliament by a group of revolutionaries. The people who said, go on to Parliament, go represent me, did not send me there to sit on a warm bench. So when I go to Parliament, chief in my mind always is what is best for the people of South St. James. And I don't know, I get criticized a lot for my forthrightness.
No, my name.
And yeah, I get criticized for it, but when I think that from this ground of South St. James we birthed Kodjo and the Maroons over this side, and just over the hills we birthed Samuel Sharp, Daddy Sharp. I can't help myself but to feel like royalty. I can't help myself but to feel like I have a responsibility to do more than what has been done for me in my lifetime, so that the children who are coming behind me will feel proud and boasted when they walk across this ground, even overseas, because they are from royal stock. But with royalty comes responsibility. And what is that responsibility? That responsibility for me is accepting that to whom much is given, much is expected. So apart from the conversations I have with Mr. Stennett, or with Blood, or with Chief Grizzle, or with those who know of our history, I cannot find our history in any book compiled as a volume that I can commend to others to read about and to study about us. Yes, some of us have written a book here, a pamphlet there, but we have so much more to document about who we are, where we're coming from, and where we're going, in order for us to be treated with the respect we deserve. So before we expect respect from others, we have to give ourselves the respect of applying the discipline to document our history. We have to apply the discipline of selecting from amongst us our best representatives to go out there and represent us to the other communities, not just in Jamaica, but overseas as well. And I'm happy to see that we are beginning to formalize a structure